Should the Chicago Cubs be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline? Let's talk about it, starting now. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly, and we don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. And as always, big shout out to the Stolen Spirits brand. They're the people that provide us with this Stolen X Rock and Rye, aged American rye whiskey made with raw honey and hints of orange peel. It's so fire. It's the official drink of the Windy City Breeze. Make sure you check the links in the description below to find out where you can find a bottle of your own and also how you can get some of the Stolen merch. Now, the Chicago Cubs are in a interesting position, to say the least. First place, standing alone at first place in the National League Central right now. Let's be honest, a team that is playing outside of its mind. They have gone on a little bit of an easier stretch, but one of the best teams in baseball in the month of May, finishing the month 19-8. That is I believe the second best record in the month of May, behind the Tampa Bay Rays, who have just been on a ridiculous tear. And so the question here is, and it's weird to be asking this question, but because of how the Chicago Cubs position themselves this season, for this season to go, you have to be asking this question, because at the end of the season, you could be leaving everything empty-handed. And so, question on the table, should the Cubs be looking to buy or sell at the trade deadline? And here's the thing, to me, if I'm looking at this Cubs team right now, right, the bullpen playing out of its mind, starting pitching staff dominating, as I said in my White Sox video, that can take you a long way if you have a pitching staff that is doing what the Cubs staff is doing right now. But I think the biggest question that you have to take into account is this offense, the offense that we've recently been seeing, is this the actual offense of the Chicago Cubs, or is this just a product of an easier stretch in the schedule? Now, 19-8 is nothing to scoff at either way, but you look at some of the teams that they played in there's some teams that you absolutely can get to. They caught the Dodgers at the right time. I mean, the bludgeoning of San Diego yesterday was ridiculous, but you know, some teams in there that absolutely just subpar teams, or teams that they absolutely caught at the right time when they were dealing with some injury issues. But to that point, Cubs also dealing with a little bit of injury issues, so maybe that balance is out there, you know, one way or the other. But when you're looking at this, does the question has to be answered, and I think that you'll find that out in the month of June. Is this the offense that the Chicago Cubs are going to go with moving forward? Because seemingly it seems like the pitching staff has gotten itself in order. That seems like it's going to be the backbone of this team. Now, moving forward, are you going to be able to provide runs for that pitching staff? Because how many games did we see last season, previous seasons, go back as many seasons as you need to, since this core of Javi, Bryant, and Rizzo has been up here? Have we seen the Cubs lose games 1-0? 2-0, because they can't get the run support that they've needed. Now, this season, right now, as of now, Kris Bryant on a contract year, playing at an MVP level. It's not even a question right now that he is the best player in the National League, in my opinion. Let me walk that back a little bit. Tatis is over there. Yeah, that's a tough one. He's up there. Let's say he's up there, okay? He's up there. But if we're talking about the fact that he's even in the conversation, it is a completely different level than what we've seen from Kris Bryant previously, and a lot of it's been due to the fact that Bryant's just been healthy. That's a biggest difference maker right now to me. And so when you're looking at Kris Bryant playing at that level, Javi Baez finally, I mean, he's still going to swing at whatever comes his way, but making contact with the ball, being El Mago with some of the crazy plays that we've seen him do. I mean, ridiculous that we've seen him do over the last month. And then Riz, you know, Riz is going to be Riz, not a back having some issues, but Rizzo's still a staple of this team, somebody that you can pretty much count on being there when the postseason gets here. And so when you're looking at those three, is what they're doing right now. And I mean, you could throw everybody else in there, but really it's about those three. Wilson Contreras, you still got time with him. You probably want to get a deal done sooner than later, but you've still got a little time with him. But with those three, is this the team that you're going to see? Because if you believe this is the team that you're going to get moving forward offensively with David Ross in there at the skipper, then yeah, I say buy. Get you a piece that is going to put you over the top with a first place Cubs team. But if you even have an inkling that this thing could go the other direction, or that this team is we saw a crazy month but it's not going to withstand, I can't tell you to buy in that situation because there's too much on the table. Now, before I continue with the video, I want to know you guys' opinion. Let me know in the comments below. If the Cubs keep doing what they're doing, the first place Chicago Cubs keep doing what they're doing, should they buy or sell before the trade deadline? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Now, like I was saying, when you're talking about that core, the elite core that's supposed to have been doing what they're doing the entire time, what they're doing now, if you even have the inkling that, one, you might not get Chris Bryant back. Either way, you know what I'm saying? Either way, Chris Bryant might not be coming back no matter what because that bridge is just too burned, or that you're going to have to pick between, and say that bridge is burned, you're going to have to pick between Baez and Rizzo. In that situation, if you're trying to pick which one you're going to build around for the future, one singular player, then I say sell the entire thing and get as much back as you can, and follow the plan that was set in place when this season started. Because when this season started, the fact that Yu Darvish was traded for a bag of balls, an old dog, and a bullet to put it down with, that's all that you needed to know about what they thought about this team coming in. Now, this team has thrown a monkey wrench into the entire operation as they're moving forward by winning on the consistent basis that they have been. Like I said, if you think that you're not going to get Chris Bryant back at the end of this season, do not go forward with this saying, let's do it one last time, let's get everybody together for one last hoorah, and then you lose him for nothing, because that is the worst case scenario. Right now, you have a commodity that you can sell high on, that you can absolutely sell high on, and you can get a ton of prospects back for. You have an MVP candidate in Chris Bryant. I think Javi Baez's stock has risen up again. Now, a lot of people know what they're getting with Javi, but if you're sending Javi to a team that, hey, we need a piece that's going to put us over the top and is going to be a defensive anchor, then yeah, you can get a lot back for Javi. And listen, I say don't keep any of them. If you're going to keep, you know what I'm saying? If you get to the point where you're saying you're going to sell one of those pieces off, then sell. Because your team is no closer to a World Series championship if you lose Chris Bryant and you only keep Javi and Riz. To me, that they're not. To me, that they're nowhere closer to a World Series championship if you keep just one of those pieces. And out of all of them, the one that's been the most consistent is Rizzo. But again, a player that's going to be north of 30. How much are you really trying to invest in that with back problems already? So to me, when I'm looking at this, I think the Chicago Cubs, you have to look at the month of June. The month of June is going to tell you all you need to know, because there's a little bit better competition rolling in. But if they're continuing to keep rolling and you feel like you can get a deal done, then get a deal done. You've heard Rizzo say on ESPN 1000 on the Captain J Hood show, hey, I got a chip on my shoulder. I've absolutely got a chip on my shoulder. Oh, okay. We want to see that. And we've seen that. We've seen the Chicago Cubs as a whole have a chip on their shoulder coming into this, because they're looking across at the San Diego Padres like, that's a really expensive infield they got over there. Why can't we do that here? We're the Chicago Cubs. We're a bigger market team than they are. And so they're absolutely playing better, playing with a chip on their shoulder. And so if you think that you can get them back and the price isn't too high, then you have to not only lock up the players that you have already, but buy. And in this situation, I'm saying buy in the sense of buy your own players. Buy your own players, because if you feel like if this team continues playing like it's been playing moving forward, you probably don't have to add a piece here and there to keep going into the playoffs if you think that they're going to keep doing what they're doing. But as always, I want to know you guys' opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that the Chicago Cubs should be buyers or sellers at the deadline? I'll be down there talking with you as well. As always, it is your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Cubs content. Click the links here or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.